There was once an empire so powerful it controlled the trade routes between Rome and India, an African kingdom whose kings were called kings of kings, whose ships ruled the Red Sea, and whose name was whispered with awe by distant empires. Yet today, few outside Ethiopia have ever heard its name. This is the story of Axum, a lost African empire that rose to glory, built monuments that defied time, and quietly vanished into history's shadows. But what really happened to Axum? And why did the world forget one of the greatest civilizations of ancient Africa? Long before the rise of Islam, before Europe knew what global trade truly meant, there was Axum, a civilization that stood as a beacon of wealth, power, and culture in the Horn of Africa. The Axumite kingdom thrived between the 1st and 8th centuries CE, its capital resting high on the northern Ethiopian plateau. From these heights, Axum commanded the Red Sea, controlling the flow of gold, ivory, spices, and silk between Africa, Arabia, and Asia. Archaeological evidence suggests that Axum's roots stretch back to the pre-Axumite kingdom of Damt, which existed around 800 BCE. Influenced by Sabaean traders from southern Arabia, early Axum developed a unique blend of African and Semitic traditions, visible in its architecture, language, and writing. By the 1st century CE, Axum had grown into a powerful state. Its kings minted their own coins in gold and silver, the first in Africa outside the Mediterranean world. These coins carried Greek inscriptions, proof of Axum's confidence and its connection to international trade. The geographer Claudius Ptolemy mentioned Axum in his writings, calling it a land of prosperity and power. By the 3rd century, King Ezana, one of Axum's most famous rulers, expanded its territory deep into modern-day Sudan and Yemen. Axum's golden age stretched from the 3rd to 6th centuries CE. It was during this time that the city became the beating heart of an empire whose reach extended across the Red Sea. Trade ships bearing Axumite insignias sailed to India, Byzantium, Egypt, and Arabia, exchanging African ivory and gold for silk, spices, and glassware. The Axumites were also remarkable builders. The towering stelae, giant obelisks carved from solid granite, still stand as silent witnesses to their engineering mastery. Some reach over 30 meters, about 100 feet, in height, crafted from single stones weighing hundreds of tons. Their purpose? To honor the dead and display power, much like the pyramids of Egypt. But Axum's legacy wasn't just material. Under King Ezana, the empire embraced Christianity in the 4th century, one of the very first nations on earth to do so, long before most of Europe. Ezana's conversion, influenced by a Syrian missionary named Frumentius, transformed Axum into a spiritual hub of the early Christian world. Its influence even reached Jerusalem and Alexandria. In its prime, Axum was listed by a Persian prophet among the 4 great powers of the world, alongside Persia, Rome, and China. It controlled a territory that stretched across modern-day Ethiopia, Eritrea, Djibouti, Somalia, Sudan, and parts of Yemen. Its port city, Adulis, was a bustling trade hub where merchants spoke Greek, Arabic, and Ge'ez, the ancient Axumite tongue still used in Ethiopian liturgy today. Coins from Axum have been found as far away as India and Israel, evidence of a commercial network that linked 3 continents. No wonder the Byzantine Empire considered Axum an equal partner in diplomacy and trade. Yet, like all empires, Axum's light began to fade. Historians suggest a combination of factors. Environmental degradation may have exhausted the soil around the capital. Shifting trade routes after the rise of Islam diverted commerce from the Red Sea to the Persian Gulf, and recurring conflicts with neighboring kingdoms drained the empire's resources. By the 8th century, the once mighty city had fallen silent. Its people retreated south into the highlands, carrying with them their faith, traditions, and stories. The empire that had once rivaled Rome vanished from the world stage, its monuments half buried, its memory half forgotten. Yet Axum never truly died. Its legacy lived on through the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, which traces its spiritual lineage directly to King Ezana. The Ark of the Covenant, according to Ethiopian tradition, rests in the Church of St. Mary of Zion in Axum, a symbol of divine favor that continues to draw pilgrims and historians alike. Modern Ethiopia's use of its own script Gs and its ancient Christian traditions are echoes of this once majestic empire. To this day, Axum remains a site of mystery. Archaeologists are still uncovering new tombs, coins, and ruins that suggest this kingdom was far more advanced and influential than previously believed. So next time history lessons speak of Rome, Persia, or China, remember Axum, a forgotten African civilization that built, traded, worshipped, and dreamed on a scale equal to any empire in the ancient world. Axum was not merely an African kingdom, it was a global power, an empire that proves Africa was never a continent waiting for civilization. It was one that gave civilization to the world. If this journey into Africa's lost empire fascinated you, then join us on Ancient Historian as we uncover more forgotten civilizations and hidden truths of the ancient world. Remember to like, subscribe, and share this video because history, when told right, should never be forgotten.